Greetings and welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. I want to talk about DA Fani Willis and the attorneys that she chose to help take down President Donald J. Trump. I want to look at some things that I find concerning. This young lady went to a church known as, quote unquote, the Black Church. And she gave a speech. And she did this on Valentine's Day. And in that speech, she talked about how they picked on this one man, black man. They didn't mention the other two, which happened to be white. This is her speaking. The two that she said she paid them all equally, which turned out to be not true. Why one would choose to stand before God and man and tell this story, I'll never know. You know, we oftentimes accuse people of playing the race card and, you know, making an issue out of things that are not issues. Well, I have to question the integrity and honor of a DA that would go before a church and make the statements that she made in a prepared speech, only for it to be discovered that she was not telling the truth. And these are things you can trace. We know the unfairness and the injustices that go on in this country every day. But it's no secret. Whether we choose to believe it or not, it is real. But this was totally unnecessary. And these people should continue to fight for their right to a fair trial according to the Constitution that's given to all men and women. Thank you to Fox 5 Atlanta. There's a story, and it covers what I covered in a video just the other day. How she told a straight out lie. She does not pay them equally, nor has she ever paid them equally. They didn't even get the same amount of time to work on the case. And the saddest part of all of this, that I think that the defense missed an opportunity, and maybe it makes no difference to anybody but me, but the man who has the credentials, who's almost but written the book on RICO, was the less paid with the least amount of hours. And I guess you could say least, as opposed to less. Be that as it may, I want you guys to judge for yourselves. And just tell me in the, comments what you think. Let's listen to this.
New information tonight in the explosive allegations against Fulton County DA Fani Willis and her controversial relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News at 6. I'm Tom Haynes, in for Russ Spencer.
I'm Courtney Bryant. Wade's estranged wife is providing bank records she claims show that the two attorneys vacationed together multiple times during the Trump investigation.
Let's get out to Fox 5's Brittany Edney, who's live at the Fulton County Courthouse tonight. Brittany, what have you learned about these claims?
Attorneys for Wade's estranged wife have put the receipts into evidence in the couple's divorce case. They claim that they have receipts of credit card purchases that prove that he bought plane tickets not only for himself but also Willis to go to San Francisco and other vacations as well. Now, we've acquired the employment contracts between Willis's office and the special prosecutors within that case, which show a very interesting pay discrepancy. On Sunday, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis defended her appointment of Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade for her election interference case against former President Donald Trump.
I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do, paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one.
But newly obtained employment contracts between Willis's office and the 3 special counsels shows that statement is inaccurate. Wade's agreement shows he made $250 for 2 contracts. One ended in May of 2023, the other in December of 2023. While Anna Cross's contract through June of 2023 shows the same rate, John Floyd's compensation in both agreements is much lower. He made $150 per hour for his first contract and $200 for his second. And Floyd is a renowned expert in RICO cases. One former prosecutor says it's hard to compare compensation due to the opportunity of being involved in this historical case.
I am sure Mr. Floyd wants to get involved in this case, as a lot of attorneys would. So it's hard to look at the pay differentials when you're looking at the magnitude of the case involved.
Another well-known former prosecutor questions Wade's selection in general.
You compare him to both Floyd and Anna Cross, who is a brilliant prosecutor. He doesn't seem qualified to lead this case, but, even that, there's nothing insidious about it.
But Porter adds as long as there were no kickbacks to Willis, these actions are more uncouth, not criminal.
The whole rumor and innuendo and everything else, it may substantiate it, but it doesn't make any difference as far as the case goes, the Trump case.
DA Willis filed a motion in Cobb County Thursday to block a deposition in the couple's divorce case. She contends that Jocelyn Wade has conspired with others in the Fulton County election interference case to, quote, embarrass, annoy, and oppress her. Now, the judge in that case has scheduled a hearing for those allegations of an inappropriate relationship between both Willis and Wade, and that is set for February 15th. Reporting live outside the Fulton County Courthouse, I'm Brittany Edney for Fox 5 News.
Explosive allegations.
The problem I'm having with this news story is it is stated in the state of Georgia that it doesn't have to actually be a conflict. It can be the appearance of a conflict of interest. I believe they have both, but I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, a psychiatrist, I'm not a judge. However, I am a subject matter expert when it comes to taxes. And one of the things I do know about a church, a lot of people say separation of church and state. And that would be beautiful with the exception of one thing. By the very statute, a bona fide church is a 501c3 organization, which is a government entity within itself. It's the statute. So I can't see how we actually separate the two. If someone can, please tell me in the comments. But I want to introduce you guys to the people that she chose. And tell me your thoughts on their qualifications to do a RICO case, and you don't make the RICO attorney the lead attorney in developing the case. The information that I'm going to be reading from is from the Daily Report. And I just go on the internet and look up things. Under fair use, I'm using Channel 5 Atlanta and the Daily Report information. I cannot substantiate which is if this information is 100%, but it was published. And so that's what we're going to go by. I found out the hard way that most platforms are not responsible for what the teller tell them. And with that being said, I'm just going by what is published in the newspaper and on the news. You be the judge. This article says, meet the private sector litigators helping to bring Georgia's case against Donald Trump. The team has a wide range of legal experience in civil, criminal, trial, and appellate law. And it was written August 31st, 2023. What you should know. Lead prosecutor Nathan Wade is a Cobb County judge with a criminal defense and civil litigation practice. Special prosecutor Anna Cross served as a Metro Atlanta prosecutor for 20 years before entering private practice. Special prosecutor John Floyd has provided outside counsel on other high-profile Georgia RICO cases. And that says trials. I'm reading with a new set of eyes. Last year I had cataract surgery, and now I use reading glasses, and sometimes I wonder. So bear with me if you will. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has assembled an all-star team of private sector litigators to aid in the prosecution of Donald Trump and allies for their conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election. Willis' team includes Anna Cross of Kincaid, John Floyd of Bondurant, Mixson, and Elmore, and lead prosecutor Nathan Wade of Wade and Campbell. Here's a closer look at her picks. And these are the three attorneys hired by Fani Willis to take down President Trump. They are Nathan Wade. Wade became the first black male judge in Marietta when he was appointed to the city's municipal court in 2011. From there, he went on to run in 3 unsuccessful bids for a seat on the Cobb County Superior Court bench between 2012 and 2016. 2 of these runs were against incumbent Judge Reuben Green, whose 2016 run was mired in controversy after a courtroom video surfaced of the judge discussing how many witnesses a prosecution team planned to call at trial without a defense lawyer present. Wade said he was originally campaigning for a vacancy that year, but set his sights on Green because there was an outcry from the legal community and then the general public at large. Green ran with about 1/10 of the campaign funding of his competitor on a platform emphasizing experience and efficiency. During his campaign, he said he had 3,000 pending cases when he joined the magistrate court bench, which he whittled down to 810 in 2016. In addition to his role as a special prosecutor in the case against Trump, Wade has a private practice that specializes in contract, family, and personal injury law, as well as criminal defense, which Wade has never prosecuted a criminal case. He serves as an associate municipal court judge and a pro hoc state court judge in Cobb County, according to his firm's website. Wade has also served as an assistant county solicitor. Those are the credentials of Nathan Wade. Anna Cross. Cross is a regular face at the State Court of Appeals these days. But before she joined the Somerville firm in 2018 and went on to found her own boutique appellate practice with Meredith Kincaid in 2022, she spent 20 years as a prosecutor in Metro Atlanta. Recently, Cross was special counsel in suspended Court of Appeals Judge Christine Coomer's judicial misconduct investigation that resulted in Coomer being removed from the bench. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. According to her firm's website, Cross is routinely brought into cases at the trial court stage, to brief complex pretrial evidentiary issues, Dubert, and other critical dispositive motions. She has tried over 80 cases to verdict, briefed hundreds of cases in the Georgia appellate courts, and argued in the Georgia Supreme Court more than 60 times. Some of Cross's victories include defending a $6.4 million birth injury judgment on appeal. He also has worked on high-profile murder cases as a prosecutor and special and appellate counsel, including a 2010 Dunwoody daycare murder conviction she helped prosecute and later secure in the state Supreme Court. Her website also cites the 1987 contract killing of Lita McClinton Sullivan, Georgia v. James Vincent Sullivan, and the 2000 murder of a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy, Georgia v. Jamil Abdullah Al-Min, also known as H. Rap Brown. As previous successes, her first civil trial resulted in a $129 million verdict out of Fani County. Cross is a rarity in that she is a phenomenal writer and appellate lawyer and also a remarkable trial attorney, said Kincaid, Cross' practice partner. She's quick on her feet with a wicked sense of humor. Anna brings out the best in those around her and approaches everything with the utmost integrity. She's an invaluable member of any team she's a part of. John Floyd. Floyd is the nation's leading authority on RICO, said former DeKalb County District Attorney J. Tom Morgan, who met Floyd during his own RICO case against former DeKalb County Sheriff Sidney Dorsey for arranging the murder of his political rival 20 years ago. Morgan said Floyd gave his team the idea to bring a RICO case against Dorsey, and while he never presented to the jury, he did a phenomenal job arguing motions before the court. Willis hired Floyd on as an outside consultant in the Trump probe in March 2021, according to the Times. According to his firm's website, Floyd has pursued, defended, and worked as special prosecutor on both state and federal RICO cases. He also works on False Claims Act cases, conducts internal investigations for institutional clients, and represents plaintiffs and defense in business torts and professional liability cases. Other notable cases Floyd has been involved with include presenting the defense in a Cobb County criminal extortion case concerning a leaked sex tape featuring the former CEO of Waffle House that eventually made it to the state Supreme Court, and Georgia gun firms in a criminal racketeering case against Glock in Fulton County State Court. He also served pro bono as a special assistant district attorney on the RICO case concerning the Atlanta Public Schools cheating scandal that ended in 2015. When it comes to defending a RICO indictment and all the behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't know or care about that's essential to the prosecutor's case, that's where Mr. Floyd is at his greatest, Morgan said. Cross Floyd, Wade, and the Fulton County District Attorney's Office did not respond to requests for comment for this article. It is unclear whether they are paid or pro bono, which we've seen from the beginning. They were paid. Mr. Floyd was underpaid, since he is the linchpin, to me, of the whole case. But what do I know? Here's a little bit about Fani T. Willis. Willis, born in Inglewood, California, is an American attorney and the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia. She holds the distinction of being the first woman to hold this office. Willis has made significant contributions in the legal field. Number one, investigation of the 2020 presidential election. Willis led an investigation into the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. This inquiry resulted in indictments against Donald Trump and 18 alleged co-conspirators on charges of racketeering and other crimes. Number two, prosecution of non-mobster using RICO statute. As district attorney, she successfully used Georgia's RICO statute to prosecute non-mobsters. Her application of this law has been notable in various cases. And as we know, that is because of John Floyd. Number three, championing justice. Fani Willis has been at the forefront of legal battles, ensuring accountability and justice. Her commitment to uphold the law has left a significant impact on the legal landscape in Georgia. Willis' journey from her upbringing by her father in Washington, D.C., to her current role as a trailblazing district attorney reflects her dedication to justice and the pursuit of truth. I would like to believe that that's true. But from Willis's actions to date, I don't know if that's true. What do you guys think? It's something to really think about. We don't know what the judge is going to decide. And it would have been better if she would have just recused herself to save the embarrassment. But I don't know how we can put any faith or trust in any of her decisions to be fair in this case when she's not even fair in telling about the story. A lot of people want to make this about race, but as I tell you, there's only one race, and that's the human race. And we know the divisions and the supremacy and the privilege. We also know that people don't want to take responsibility for their own actions, no matter what you profess to be. In your belief, in your nationality, in your skin tone, whatever it is. It's a great time to be alive in America, and especially in 2024. We have an opportunity to sit down with our children and teach them things that we were not taught as children. We need to know what is behind politics and get out of our emotions. We need to learn how to pick individuals to represent us, for we all are unalienable individuals. We're unalienable. It's free. It was given to us at birth. Many of us don't have an idea about how many articles are in the Constitution for the United States. We don't understand the Bill of Rights. Now is the time that we can sit down with our children and have these conversations. Hopefully, this will give you some insights on the attorneys that supposedly are representing the state of Georgia. I don't know who's guilty and who's innocent. Everyone, even District Attorney Willis, Nathan Wade, everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And so everyone deserved that opportunity. They did not do a good job on their presentation, in my opinion. And a lot of people have come very heavy on Miss Yurty and Attorney Terrence Bradley. But I think that they are key because I think that they are players in the game. And I think that they are the only two that really knows everything. And that's why one was fired from her job and the other one was accused of essaying two people and put out of the business. Now, that's just my personal opinion. Does not make it right. Because one thing I know about opinions, they only belong to the person who's giving it. And it does not make it right. And it does not have to be wrong. But it can be. And a lot of people say that their opinion is not wrong, but it can be. It really can be. That's just what you think. That does not make it be so. But I think that it's more to those two than meets the eye. And then he said under oath again that he has not spoken with Nathan Wade in 2 years. But the information I seen on another content creator's platform last night, the information that came in that they wanted to reopen the evidence was that some gentleman called the attorney to let him know that he just served Nathan Wade and Terrence Bradley and another gentleman for lunch 5 weeks ago. That makes a whole lot of sense as to why he would be willing to get on nationwide web and make a total dumps of himself. Just to go total blank, total no recall. Makes no sense that he would throw away his entire life. But perhaps he's trying to save his life. Perhaps he was threatened, just like the DA threatened Mrs. Wade, the woman that she's cheating with her husband, but she threatened her to prosecute her and her attorney for interfering with justice. It's not right. And we as a people have to quit making excuses. And we kind of quit going with that because she's a sister. We got to stand. No, we don't. You don't have to go down with the ship. You don't. You have to stand for something or fall for anything. And what you should stand for is you. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice for all. We can't do anything about what other people don't do, but you can certainly do what you need to do. And you got to teach the babies. We say they are our future. We need to teach the babies the truth. And we need to start learning the truth. This is the information age. There is so much truth in books, in libraries, even on the web. There are some not so truths in all of those places as well. Talk to your elders. Get your family history. Teach it to your babies. I think I've said enough. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm live every Sunday and every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I talk about mainly us as a people. I identify as Asiatic, an American indigenous to this land. Asiatic because at one point in time, the entire world was known as Asia. I understand we know not who we are. You choose to remain that way, or you will start researching. I went on a journey 11 years ago, and I have learned so much. And it's out there for us to know in plain sight. So check out my catalog of videos. Hopefully you may enjoy one or two. If not, it's okay. I don't agree to disagree with no one. You have the right to disagree. I just move forward. Thank you for the opportunity to share. This is what I love to do, and I came to YouTube to share my life, my experiences, my wisdoms, my hopes. I'm 65 years young. Don't know anything about this internet and what I'm doing, but I love to talk and I love to share. And so I'm here. Have a beautiful evening. And as always, I close with one of the songs that I sing. And the one that I love the most is this one, because I believe it's true. The greatest love. Join me tomorrow night as we meet Miss Jocelyn Wade. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I've learned about her. I'm leaving the Tigers Den. Good night. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us who we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I failed, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And if I chance that special place, that you've been dreaming of takes you to a lonely place. Find yourself in love.